Well, he could give his reasons why he did that, but I never said anything about blindness. I said able. Here is my statement, and I want that cleared up, so that, and paid attention to. If, in a system of white supremacy, a white person is able to be a racist, if, in a system of white supremacy, a white person, a person classified as white, is able to be a racist, underline the word able to be a racist, he or she probably is one and should be suspected of being one by a person who is a victim of racism, white supremacy. That's my statement. That's what I mean by codification, so that we don't get lost.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say anything about being blind, anything like that. A person can be blind, but they can still remember, maybe they would be. They can be told if they were not always blind of what a color looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're born blind, I presume you don't have any idea of what red or blue or green or anything looks like. But if someone even tells you about a classification of a person and you're born blind, and they'll say, well, we have a classification of people. You are a blind person, so you've never seen people, period. You don't even know what you look like yourself. But we do have classifications of people, blind person, and we have people classified as white, and we have people classified as non-white. Now, you don't know what any of that looks like, but if you are blind and you are a white person, I will tell you that you are supposed to dominate and mistreat anyone who is classified as non-white, you as a white person. So if I was a racist, and I'm trying to teach a white person how to be a racist, and that white person is blind, say, well, I don't know white from, well, I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't know anything about this thing of, of white and non-white and all like that, because I've never seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Say, well, you've never seen it, but I'm telling you. So therefore, it will have to be in your mind that when I say that you are shaking hands with a person who has color in his or her skin, a non-white person, then I'm saying you are now in the process of shaking hands with a person who has color. Don't touch that person's hand, because that's verboten or something like that. Don't shake hands with that person. Don't be friendly with that person. And the blind person might say, well, okay, well, what's that all about? Well, it's all about racism, because that's the system that you're in. But since you are born blind, you don't know about that, so I have to teach you about that. So even though you're blind, you'll know how to operate in the real world. See what I mean?
Yes,
so
sir.
That's the way that would work.
Okay.
I imagine. But I'm saying what I have said, if a white person in a system of white supremacy is able to be a racist, he or she probably is one and should be suspected of being one.
Yes, sir.
By whom? By a person who is a victim of racism.
Okay.
Because if you're in a system of racism, somebody's got to be a racist. But nobody's going around pointing out who they are.
Okay.
Every now and then, some person will stand up and say, well, I'm a racist. But that's rare.
Yes.
Particularly in this day and time.
Okay.
In 2016.